Picked. You didn't happen to be here at this time. God planned it that way. This word came to you just at the right time, when you needed it the most. It's important that you feel the weight of this moment as you listen to what I have to say. You need to remember who you are and why your road has been so different from other people's. You're not here by accident. God picked you to be here. As one of the few people marked with a holy purpose, you find your way through a world that doesn't always understand you. You are about to learn a truth that will take your spiritual growth to a whole new level. Picked. It's something you've always known deep down. You know, deep down, that voice telling you that you're different from everyone else. You've known from a young age that there is something missing between you and the rest of the people around you. You tried really hard to fit in, but something kept you out, put you aside. You felt alone, lonely, and spiritually hungry, and no one around you could seem to please you. What if I told you that this was never a curse, but a great calling from God? Would you believe me if I told you that you were always meant to stand out from the crowd and stay unique? This message is an important clue. It will help you understand why you picked. You can't be around a lot of people, and that truth is your mental shield, not your load. As the noise level rises and things become more disorganized and confusing, your goal is getting clearer and your path is getting clearer. The divine has always kept you safe by making you stand out, limiting who can get close to you, and making you feel alone so that you would have to go inside. Here is the holy plan for your journey, and today we will follow it together. So, being a chosen one is more than just a title. It was meant to happen this way. It's your spirit waking up to a higher calling and giving you a better sense of who you are. And this job comes with a lot of obligation. You have a frequency that not many people have. Many people around you can't understand the amount of vibration you're at. This is why being around too many people will start to feel like a storm, getting close to your spirit. Have you ever noticed that when you walk into a busy room, you feel like you don't belong? It's like the air itself gets too heavy to breathe. There's no chance about this. This is being spiritually aware. In this case, spiritual knowledge is at work, keeping you safe and warning you. Picked. You shine a light in the dark. You are the calm light in a windy world. A lot of the time, the people around you don't see your glow because they haven't turned on their own yet. So, they will try to pull you into their confusion and chaos without realizing it, into a deep mental sleep. You were never meant to sleep with them, though. You were told to wake up. And because you are awake in a world that is asleep, the divine has put some limits on your journey, not to stop you, but to keep you safe. This word is going to hit you right in the heart. I already know it. That's because this is more than just facts. Yes, this is proof. What's the deal with being around too many people, making you feel so tired and uneasy? You've asked yourself if there was something wrong with you. Without a doubt, I can say that there is nothing wrong with you. For some reason, you are a chosen one. The fact that you don't like being around a lot of people doesn't mean you're mean or rude. It's because your energy is holy and the gods are watching over it. I want you to take a moment to feel this truth in your heart before we go any further. Feel how these words make you feel in your spirit. This is the time for you to wake up, putting together a piece of your puzzle. Now I want you to give this divine word some thought. If this strikes a chord with you, if it makes you feel something, please leave a note. Wonder 11 down below. Let me know you're here. Let me know that you got this, and let everyone else know that the chosen ones are rising. Wait until the end of this message to read what I'm about to say next. It will help you see your path more clearly. Have peace in your heart and walk with strength. As one of the chosen, you are being led by the hand of the Most High, which you can't see. Today, that hand has brought you to this truth and light. Let's keep going. Picked. The chosen one, your fate is calling you. Now, let's find out who you really are at your core. This word is one you've heard before. Picked. But do you really understand how big it is to be laughed at, set apart, and picked by God? This isn't just a name or a fancy term to boost your ego, but this is a divine calling. To be a chosen one is to walk a holy and old road that is full of spiritual duty, purpose, and weight. That's not who you are, and you never were. Your soul's plan was written in a different way before you were born. You were made by God to be a vessel, a message, and a fighter who would stand between what can be seen and what can't be seen. The light and the dark. There are a lot of people who walk around alive, get lost in the false ideas of this world. But you, the chosen one, have been given psychic sight. You can see through the things that other people can't. It's possible to feel the energies, thoughts, and unsaid words in the air around you. Being more aware is both a gift and a heavy cross to carry. It keeps you away from everyone else, but it also makes you sound better. From a very young age, your soul was made to see things other people can't, to feel storms before they happen, and to be a lighthouse when the winds start to howl. You might have seen the change. You never quite fit the mold. You could see through the lies when other people didn't question them, while your friends were easily moved by trends, distractions, and shallow interests. Something more real, something that would last forever, filled your spirit. Certain times, you felt like you were carrying a weight that no one else could see. There's a quiet weight on your back. This was the chosen one's quiet mark. You are a spiritual leader, even if you don't know it yet. Your journey isn't about fitting in with the crowd. It's about taking the narrow, lonely path that leads to a greater cause. The chosen one will stand strong in the storm while everyone else runs for safety. The person who will tell the truth when others are afraid to speak up. You were chosen to change things, to stand up to the systems that hold people captive, and to wake up those who are ready to rise. But don't get it wrong. There is spiritual battle, opposition, and deep trials that come with this job. That's why you were chosen from the start. Your spiritual awakening has only shown you what you already knew. You were meant to do more. You've heard from the divine through dreams, signs, and coincidences. You become more aware that this world is not your home as you wake up. You were sent here to do something. A brief traveler who brings old information to the present day. You don't happen very often. Through the fires of hardship, your spirit was polished like fine gold. That's what makes you unique, even when you try to fit in. You have an obvious light inside you that can't be turned down. Picked. You are what the old books mean when they talk about the residue, the prophets, the chosen, and the watchman on the wall. You were meant to walk this road long before your body came into this world. Before you, there is a line of spiritual fighters who are thinkers, healers, and teachers. You're one of them. Being away from other people and feeling lonely is not a punishment. There is no way for a chosen one to complete their task until they have been tested in the woods and learn how to stand on their own. Because God picked you, you have a holy duty to respect the gift of spiritual knowledge that you have been given. You can't be like everyone else because the Most High has marked you. When you need to, the divine has hidden you in plain sight because your energy is valuable, keeping you safe from places and people who can't handle the weight of your fate. You're not here to become well-known. You're here to have a reason. You're not here to be liked by a lot of people. You're up here to shine a light. Help lost souls find their way back to the truth. The road you're on isn't easy, but it's all right. A lot of people will never get why you act the way you do, why you hide when other people get together, why you can feel things that other people can't. But that's how a chosen one works. You have a different wiring. The Most High built your spirit with layers of inner power, knowledge, and discernment that other people may never understand. Because of this, you need to enjoy how unique your journey is. Picked. You no longer need to wonder why I'm here. You are marked, so the answer is clear. You are important, and God has given you a task to do. You're the only one who can fulfill accepted. Walk boldly with it, and know that even when you feel alone, the Most High is with you. Being set apart from the crowd is a sign that you are dedicated. Now, as we go deeper into this holy lesson, you'll start to understand why your spirit can't grow where there are a lot of people. Your energy doesn't work well with the energy of most people for a reason. It will all be very clear after the next reveal. Picked. This is a fact that many people will never understand. Still, it's written in the very fabric of your being. There's a difference in energy between you and most people. It goes deep into the spiritual realm because you're not just physically different. It's rare, powerful, and holy for you to be moving at this level. The world, fear, ego, selfishness, and unconscious habits all shape the vibration of the normal person around you. But you, chosen one, have been awakened by a greater calling, and this change has affected your whole energy field. As a result, a break. There's a natural pushback between your holy frequency and the noise of the group. Have you ever noticed how stuffy some places are? How some groups of people make you feel heavy even when no one is talking? This is the quiet battle your spirit fights every day. You are awakened when you go into places where there's unresolved trauma, spiritual sleep, and wild energy. Soul can feel everything at once. Most people don't notice these waves, but you can feel them like strong winds on your skin. This is not something you made up. This is being spiritually aware. This is your special gift at work, letting you know where people are resisting your light. Even though most crowds mean well, they're surrounded by thick energy. It's the spirit of fear, rivalry, jealousy, rumors, harsh judgment, and life without being aware of it. Frequencies are affected by things like media, social rules, generational curses, and hurts that haven't healed. The chosen one, however, carries your pure energy. Your field is now cleaner because of your spiritual awareness. You are now closer to divine source and less connected to the matrix of lies. Because of this, there is friction when your high frequency hits the low sounds of the crowd. It's like trying to mix water and oil. They were never meant to be together. For this reason, you often feel tired after being with a lot of people. People are resisting your energy and sometimes are even hostile toward it. None of them said a word to each other. A lot of people's unconscious minds can feel your light, even when they are not aware of it. Even though you might seem strange, distant, or scary to them, they know deep down that you carry something different, something they can't fully understand. It can also make people afraid, which means you could become a quiet target for exclusion or criticism. This imbalance of energy is not about you. In a mental way, because of the tests, awakenings, and spiritual revelations that have made your frequency stronger, it naturally brings out the secret parts of other people. You shed light on things that are hidden, and many people aren't ready to face what's there. Your appearance shakes up energy that has been stuck. The masks come off when it shakes. People wear and threatens the comfort of the lie they've made up about themselves. Without meaning to, you wake up other people's inactive powers. And this can make people feel awkward, alert, or even hostile toward you. This is the reason you feel like no one gets you. Why some people pull away from you for no reason, or why other people are jealous of you. It's impossible to hide the energy you give off, even when all you feel is peace. It cuts through masks and brings out the truth. People who aren't ready to wake up will fight this light, but people who will be pulled to you like ants to a flame. This is why you've had quick breakups, betrayals, or stress with some people that you can't explain. The chosen one is not you. It is the pitch you carry. Have you ever noticed that strangers will sometimes tell you their darkest fears or hurts, not long after meeting you? Or how some people will come to you for help, advice, or knowledge, but then turn away when the truth hits them too hard. This is what it costs to carry holy energy in a world that has forgotten how to be spiritual. Your spirit is like a mirror that shows both the good and the bad in other people. Some people are not ready to see what they see in the mirror. This spiritual imbalance is part of God's plan to protect you on a deeper level. The Most High has made it so that you can't fully join the group. This spiritual discomfort keeps you from fitting in with places that would make your purpose impossible to achieve. While others might get lost in a crowd, you are told to stay in charge, aware, and tuned into God's words. Your link to God is stronger when there are fewer things that can take your attention away. If you've ever been around too many people, you may have felt an unseen pull back toward being alone. That's your spirit pulling back to keep its energy. You reset your mind every time you go back to your holy place or into the quiet. If you've been through wild energies, the Most High will recharge you and wash away any leftover waste. If you don't have this holy space to be alone, you might lose your identity in a sea of unconscious energy. Don't worry though. The energy imbalance you feel is a sign of your awareness and divine mission. In this case, it means you're following your higher calling. This world is like a chosen one in a symphony, but not every instrument is tuned to the same note. Your instrument was tuned by heaven, so the sound you make doesn't always go with the noise of the crowd. But this sound, this frequency that you give off, is needed to clear things up and tell people that there is more than what they can see. Understand what it is when you feel that heaviness or mental suffocation in certain places or with a lot of people. It's not being weak. It's not being rude to other people. God can tell the difference. Your spirit is telling you that you are not made to move like everyone else. In the next part of this holy reveal, you were made to be better than them. We'll talk about how this strange connection with God is not a punishment, but a way to protect you, and how you will find the full power of your calling as a chosen one when you are alone. Stay with me as we continue to find the wisdom that was meant just for you. Picked, please hear me now. Being alone is not a mistake or a sentence for you. It's safety from God. The times you felt lonely and thought why you seem to be walking this path by yourself are all part of a holy plan. You were picked by God, so your steps are carefully planned. The Most High has kept you away from most people, not so you can't have friends, but so your spirit is safe from distractions and spiritual attacks that could make your task harder to complete. You see, being alone is an old pattern for the chosen ones. Read about the prophets, teachers, and singers who were chosen from the people and then sent to lead. They were first sent out into the wild. Moses got lost in the desert, stayed hidden in holes. Even Christ went to the woods and the yard to be alone and to eat so he could talk to God. There's no chance in this. Picked. The Most High sharpens the senses of his fighters and strengthens their link to him in the wild, in quiet places, and when they are alone. When you're by yourself, you're in a sacred place where your soul can breathe easily, away from the noise and chaos of the crowd. Being alone is where your skills come out more fully. Your sense gets stronger, and you can see things more clearly. Not having the noise of the outside world block out God's word. You become deeply in tune with your spiritual calling as the chosen one. The divine has put you alone because there are things he needs to tell you in secret, away from the noise and other things that could take your attention away from your purpose. The truth is that a lot of the people you try to hold on to weren't on the same road as you. Some people would have led you astray, either on purpose or by accident. Some people carried powers that could have tied up your spirit and stopped it from ascending. Because you are a chosen one, you are sensitive. One bad link could drain your energy and stop your spiritual growth. Because of this, the divine has, out of kindness, taken away some people from your life, shut doors you were desperately trying to open, and put you in times when you are alone. Picked. You're training on this lonely experience you're having. This is the place where mental fighters are made by being alone. You're no longer affected by the way everyone else thinks. Instead, you're shaped by spiritual knowledge that you learn from God. When no one is looking, this secret season has power. When all the noise stops, this is where your spirit becomes strong. This is where you learn to be by yourself. Wore armor from heaven, strong even when there are clouds. When you're by yourself, do you notice that you're more in touch with your spirit? In what ways do those quiet times help you get clearer downloads of knowledge, dreams, and prophetic insights? This is because being alone is like being in heaven. It's like a holy place where the Most High meets you without anyone else getting in the way. Because of this, you become smarter and can see people and events for what they really are, not just what they say they are. When the veil lifts, the truth comes out, but understand, chosen one. In a spiritual sense, being alone is not the same as being isolated. Even if your actual group, is small or even empty at times, God is always with you. The tallest person walks with you. You are helped by angels, and heaven is always watching over you. A lot of chosen ones think that being alone means they are being abandoned. There is no doubt that you are safer now than ever before. People may not be able to see you, but God knows your name. This holy space also protects you from the growing spiritual battle going on around you. A lot of people, confused energies, and the minds that aren't paying attention are common places where psychic attacks, distractions, and energy drains can happen. People who want to dim your light alone are drawn to it, but so are people who want to draw good people to it. The divine keeps these risks to a minimum. You are put somewhere secret, out of reach of people who might try to trick, drain, or stop your task. Chosen one, the world doesn't always understand how high works. Not far away, though, you'll see the trend. Settling down comes before rising. Before discovery, there's being alone. This is an order from God. It's a sign that your spirit is getting ready for something bigger, something that needs you to be fully strong and connected to God. You might feel the weight of your journey even as you read these words. When you cried out for someone to be with you and really understand you, but all you got was silence. Still, that soundlessness was God's voice calling you closer. The pain of being alone has been the pressure that has made you into the person you were always meant to be. You are being changed in this secret place, just like a diamond forms when it is pushed hard in the dark. Don't fight this separation, chosen one. Please don't curse the quiet times. Lean into them instead. Enjoy being alone. God gave it to us as a holy gift. This is the place where you will get the knowledge, strength, and focus you need for your goal. You are being hidden for now, but not forever. You are being set apart and dedicated so that when the time comes, you will come out as a spiritual leader ready for what lies ahead. Picked. The divine is watching out for you and keeping you safe. The secret place with God can give you what no crowd can. This is why the noise was taken away from you. Why some people were kicked out. Why the door to the crowd has been left shut. It's not because you're being punished that you are in spiritual prison. You are there to keep you safe. You will be sent back into the world when the time is right and you are fully strengthened. Not as someone who wants approval from everyone, but as someone who walks openly with a purpose. Unwavering, unshaken, and given power by God. Follow me. Picked. If you want to know more about how your empathic sensitivity is important to your holy path, stay tuned for the next reveal. Chosen, your high level of emotional awareness is one reason why you can't be with a lot of people. You're not like most people. Deep down, you were born with a heart and spirit that can feel everything. You are sensitive in a way that most people are not. In a mental way, it is the deep and holy ability to take in senses and process feelings that can't be seen. Things and thoughts around you. You didn't learn to be this sensitive. It is something that the gods put into your soul. It does come with a heavyweight chosen one, though, as all holy gifts do. You may have walked into a room and felt a heavy feeling in the air right away. The stresses that people don't say they feel, or the sadness that's hidden behind a fake smile. Some people might not see these currents, but you do. You can hear the sound of people's souls and the emotions that are around them. You feel like a wave of anxiety, fear, envy, grief, or anger when other people are around. It flows through your spirit without being regulated, leaving you tired and stressed out most of the time. As a chosen one, this is the quiet weight you carry. You may have noticed that places with a lot of people, noise, and chaos tire you out much faster than they do other people. While other people laugh, talk, and move around without any problems, you're quietly processing a lot of feelings and energies that don't even belong to you. This is how much the chosen ones are felt. If you don't set limits, you might take on the mental baggage of the people around you. Because of this, God has called you to be alone, to quiet places, and to holy places where your spirit can stay clean and safe. Picked one, you're not naturally empathetic. This awareness is a gift from God that can help you read spiritual scenery and tell the difference between truth and lies. It lets you know what other people are thinking, even if what they say doesn't match up. It gives you the tools to defend yourself against psychic threats and help people who are lost in the dark. But because you're so sensitive, you can't just live with a lot of people without any consequences. Do you ever notice how people often come to you with their issues, hurts, and unanswered feelings, even when you didn't ask them to? They are pulled to your energy because it is that of a healer and a source of light. They can tell that you understand, bring peace and comfort. But the risk for the chosen one is that if you don't set up spiritual limits, it's easy to take in what they give off. You might feel tired, nervous, or heavy after a talk or being in a certain place, and you might not understand why you feel that way. As a chosen one, this is the cross that empaths have to carry. You naturally have an open heart that cares about others and is strongly linked to the spiritual world. But it's not easy to have an open heart in this world. It's full of people putting their own pain on other people, bringing their hurts with them like spiritual luggage without realizing it. And because your spirit is open, the forces around you soak up into you. Your energy gets tangled up in lines that were never meant to be yours the longer you stay in these draining places. Picked. Because of this, your solitude is not only divine protection, but also good for your soul. By being alone, you give yourself time to let go of the emotions you've taken in and reset your spirit. You are being called by the Most High to holy places where you can connect with Him again, clear your field, and bring back your inner light. The quiet is where your psychic gift grows, gets better, and is safe. Know that this gift can make you strong, but it can also make you weak if you don't watch out for it. Having empathy is both a strength and a weakness. If you aren't aware, energy vampires, people who feed off of your light but drain you spiritually, could control you. This is the reason why the divine wants you to set spiritual boundaries so badly. Taking care of your energy is not being selfish. You must do it in order to stay alive and complete your spiritual task. Picked. You can deeply feel the world because you have empathy, but don't forget that you're not here to carry the world. You came into this world to lead it to light and to walk your way with knowledge and discernment. This awareness was given to you by the Most High to help you do your job. But He also told you to back down and say no when you had to. When your spirit feels a trap, stay away from it. When the air is too dangerous to breathe, protect your heart because it's where your life comes from. The chosen ones are on the edge of being compassionate and being worn out. You are called to love and protect. You are called to heal, but you also need to keep your own peace. God doesn't want you to be involved in every fight or stressed out by every cry. Because of this, you are often led away from big groups, hectic places, and relationships that drain you. Keeping your energy safe for times when your light is really needed is a divine plan. The chosen one. Sometimes you might wonder why you feel so heavy after being around other people, why you like being alone with your thoughts more, or why you long for quiet places where your spirit can breathe easily. Know that this is the work of your sensitive and talented heart. Is your holy sensitivity setting off the alarm? It's very smart to know when to give and when to pull back. When you know when to pour out and when to refill, you have power. Because you care about other people, you have a lot of skills. But it's also one of the ways God has made you different from everyone else. Chosen one. Trust in this space between you. Take pride in how sensitive you are as a powerful tool, but keep it safe at all costs. It is hard to carry, but it is holy. And the peace and quiet of being alone will give you the power and focus to keep going on your divine road. Now let's move on. You were chosen to find out why your goal needs this focus and why you need to get rid of all the things that are getting in the way of doing what you were sent here to do. Picked. You have a task that is unlike any other. God picked you to carry out the divine duty. The needs, accuracy, attention, and constant clarity. Your mission is holy, and the path you're on demands that your mind and spirit stay clear, unclouded by the noise of the world. This is why God has called you to a road where you need to get rid of all the things that are getting in the way. Not because you don't want to be around other people, but because your mission is too important to let chaotic emotions and social confusion get in the way of it. Picked. Clarity guides your spiritual path. Without it, even the most talented of the chosen ones can get lost and lose sight of the way that has been set out for them. Things around you are noisy, and voices are pulling you in different directions. They want you to follow trends, lose yourself in temporary pleasures, and fit in with the crowd. But you weren't told to follow the crowd. The call was for you to rise above it and let the holy beat guide your every step. Interference with your goal is not possible. Every talk you have, every place you walk into, and every person you meet, you can either get clearer or less clear on your spiritual path with these things. In His infinite wisdom, the Most High has put you on a path where separation leads to understanding. Isolation makes it quiet enough for God's word to be heard above the noise, for divine orders to be given without being distorted, and for your spiritual insight to grow. Picked. You may have noticed how quickly your energy gets spread out when you are in too many places or with too many people. It gets harder to pick up on the divine's words. Even when there are a lot of things going on around you, God's plans for your life need you to be very focused. Your job isn't easy. It has weight to it. The Most High has told you to break spells that have been passed down from generation to generation, heal hurt souls, and lead others out of spiritual darkness. You can't reach this goal if the noise of the outside world makes it hard for you to see in the quiet of your silence. While other people get lost in the noise, you start to get divine download messages and confirmations that you would never notice in the crowd. You have been asked to learn how to be quiet. This is the silence where the plan for your next move is revealed, where divine strategy is given to your spirit, and where the Most High shows you things that most people don't see. Picked. One of the best ways for the enemy to stop people on important tasks is to cause distractions. If the enemy can't stop you directly, it will try to distract you by putting up noise, people who aren't on the same page, and activities that aren't important but take up your time and energy. However, your spirit has already been marked to be clear. That's why you often feel uncomfortable or restless when you're in places or with people that don't serve a better purpose. That's the divine pulling you back into balance. In a world full of lies, your divine mission requires you to see through images and find the truth. To do this, you need to be clear as a sword in fight. Your job might be to guide other people, share secret information, or destroy lies that have trapped souls in chains. You can't do this when everything around you is confusing. You need to stay alert. You look straight up at the highest point. You paid attention to His words. The world will try to get your attention with noise and distractions that look like chances. But don't forget, chosen one, it's not always God who opens doors. Not every group of people is your family, and not every link is meant to last. This is why the divine has kept you apart, pulling you away from people and places that could get in the way of your purpose. The more spiritually awake you are, the more important this insight is. Think about the great spiritual leaders and fighters who came before you when you walk. They were made by being alone, being still, and talking to God in silence. Moses got his job on the mountain by himself. It wasn't the earthquake or the fire that Elijah heard the voice of God. It was God's still, small voice. Christ went to quiet places by himself to pray before doing important parts of his work. The pattern is easy to see. Clarity grows when you're by yourself. Picked. Your power comes from being clear. It protects you and guides you. When your eyes are clear, no tool made against you will work. When your mind is clear, you can see where the enemy is hiding their traps. When your heart is in line with the truth of God, heaven itself tells you what to do. This is why the divine wants to keep you away from the chaos, the rumors, and the spiritual ignorance of most people. Your goal is too important to let worldly problems get in the way of it. You're getting better by being alone. So when you step into the fullness of your purpose, you will be led by God and have divine power. The chosen ones are told to walk clearly, speak with authority, and act with a reason. Being clear like that can't be found in the noise of the crowd, but in the quiet with God. So trust this chosen one process. Do not be afraid of being alone. Do not mind that it is quiet. These places are where you're getting ready to do your best work. Your goal is coming together, and soon you'll be asked to carry it out perfectly. But for now, don't move. Hold on to your goal and stay connected. We're about to go further. Picked, you have been apart for a reason, and divine planning is at work behind the scenes to raise you up at the right time. Follow me. Your next big idea is about to hit you. Picked, pay close attention. There's a holy beat that guides your life, a heavenly timing that is beyond our ability to understand. You were split up for a reason, and the time of the split wasn't just a coincidence. It was planned by God. Feeling like a stranger and being alone for a while has been a direct product of God's hand working on your life to bring you into line with His perfect will. One of the best ways to protect and get ready for a chosen one is to be apart from them. The Most High doesn't work on human time frames, but others do. They rush to compare and try to make fate happen. You have been put on a cosmic path that will play out as planned by God. This is why some relationships have ended and doors have shut on you without warning. You've been pulled away from people you used to count on because the divine has been cleaning your path, getting rid of everything and everyone that can't go with you into your next season. Picked. Most of the time, divine timing is not pleasant. It doesn't fit with what you want or what society expects of you. You may have wondered why some gifts took so long to come, or why you had to go through a long time of being alone while others thrived in their groups and connections. But what you need to know is that your life is guided by a goal, not by the world's short-lived schedules. The Most High has hidden you so that you are ready for something much bigger than what you can see right now. This space between you is part of your slope. You're not called to move like everyone else when you are picked. God takes you out of places that aren't good for your spiritual growth anymore, from people and settings that don't support your goal anymore and that make you feel bad. God's plan makes sure that you're not only ready, but also fully strengthened before the world sees you in all your full purpose. Picked. A lot of people around you live in the false belief that they are in charge and that they can make their dreams come true through force and influence. You should know better, though. Your life has been full of divine interruptions, times when plans fell apart, links were broken, and paths changed without notice. There were no failures here. They were divine changes of direction. These things were signs that God was protecting you from places that would make you lose your focus and stop you from following your calling. Divine time also shows you who you are meant to walk with. The divine moves through your group more when you grow spiritually. People who used to be on your side may turn against you, and people you don't expect may come through for you just at the right time. This is what it means to be picked by God. Because you are the chosen one, you are called to believe that God is in charge of the how and the when. It's possible that you've noticed that some people were taken away just as your spiritual awareness was getting stronger. There's no chance in that. The divine makes sure that no distractions or harmful forces can follow you into your next part when you start to rise. There are times when you're separated before you even know it is dangerous. Others have terrible ends, teaching you to give up. What? It's no longer useful to you. You're called to wait on the Most High, while most people rush ahead. God's plan is all about getting ready and lining up. In this secret season, the Creator is making you better by sharpening your judgment, making your skills stronger, and building your character. When it's time, you'll be fully ready for your job, fully aware of it, and fully safe. Learn about this chosen one. Faith is also put to the test by God's time. It makes you more patient, more trusting, and more willing to give up. The time you have to wait is not wasted time. It is in this holy place that you are shaped by spiritual fire. During this time, your connection with God becomes strong, where you learn to trust your faith instead of your eyes. People on earth may think you're still, but in heaven, you're getting stronger. Picked. Being apart does not mean being rejected. It refers to choice. The Most High divides his chosen ones so that he can raise them up at the right time. When you are set apart from the crowd, you are able to clear your mind to hear God's words in order to get divine advice and the knowledge you need for the journey ahead. People who aren't truly in line with your fate will leave, and those who are meant to help you will show up at the right time. It's powerful to believe in the process. The divine is always right on time, never early or late. The pain of being apart is only temporary, but the benefits of God's plan will last forever. You will remember that every delay, detour, and break in the chain of events this season was a step toward your success. Picked. When God finally shows you who you are and gets you to the fullness of your mission, you'll know why you had to walk alone for so long. You'll see that the reason for the separation was never to punish you. It had to do with getting ready and keeping things. You will rise with spiritual knowledge, power, and authority that only being alone and being separated from everyone else could have given you. Don't hate this season then. Enjoy the time. Believe in the trimming. Know that the Most High is guiding your way. The split means that you are meant to do great things. For being a leader, to have a spiritual effect, the one picked, the moment of truth is coming soon. If it does happen, you'll be brave and sure that everything happened just the way it was supposed to. As we get ready to end this message, let's seal this knowledge with a word of strength. As you continue on this holy path, there is one last truth you must carry with you. Follow me. The next few words will make you feel better and help you understand better. Picked. You have been chosen, not thrown away. You were hidden, but not forgotten. Every moment of being alone and every season of being apart has been a divine investment in your growth. Your power and how clear you are. In quiet, the Most High has been making you stronger so that when the time comes, you will move with authority, power, and purpose. You're not here to fit in. You are here to guide, awaken, and change things. Know that your way is holy and walk with confidence. Trust that your steps will make sense. Your purpose is holy and your energy is safe. Don't let anyone make you question your worth or your purpose. There is nothing in the world that can change the fact that God picked you. If this message hit home for you, leave a comment below with number 111 to let people know that the chosen ones are rising. Say what you think. Stay in touch and subscribe because your journey isn't over yet. You bring light into the world. That person is a spiritual fighter and your time has come. Always keep this in mind. You were chosen because you were above stand tall, chosen one. Your fate is waiting.